Hey everybody, JD here. Kim and I just got back from Ecuador, and I've been unpacking and washing my laundry and everything, and it occurred to me that it's been a while since I shared the sorts of things that I like to take when I travel. Everybody travels differently, and I've got a system that I've got worked out that works for me, and I think it could be helpful for some other people. When I travel, I usually try to travel without checking luggage. Some people check luggage, that's fine. I prefer not to do it. I've got a variety of different carry-on size bags that I use, and the bags I use depend on my circumstances. For example, next week I'm going to New Orleans for a conference. I'll probably just take a standard suitcase. But when I'm traveling abroad, I often have to carry my luggage around with me for extended periods of time, and I don't want to have to mess with the wheels, worrying about carrying it or whatever. So I prefer to travel with a backpack. And the backpack I prefer to travel with is this bag that I got from REI about 5 years ago. It's got easy access pockets for everything, top loading like this, or side loading maybe you would call it, whatever you want to call it. Pockets all over the place, and it's really easy for me to use. I love the 46-liter size, plenty of storage space, and yet it fits in a standard overhead compartment. I also always carry with me my personal carry-on size bag. This is where I keep all my electronic gadgets, my cameras, my computers, things I don't want to have rummaged through if I have to check a bag. Everything I want close to me at all times goes in here. All my electronic gadgets, all my books, everything that I'm writing at that moment goes in this bag. And I also tend to travel with a third bag. This is a collapsible backpack, also from REI. This is my day pack. This is what I use when I'm walking around the city. Yes, somebody could slash it easily, but for the most part, I think it's great. I haven't had a problem with that. I'm pretty aware of my surroundings. So those are the three bags I travel with. I also have certain travel clothing that I like. For example, the much maligned zip-off pants. No, they're not fashionable, but you know what? They work. I don't wear these all the time, but when I'm walking around a city, I often do have my zip-off pants. If you've never had a pair before, this is what they look like. They can be just a pair of shorts, and they got little zippers on the legs so that you can zip the legs back onto the shorts and they become pants. They're loaded with pockets, they're lightweight. Again, not very attractive, but you know, that's not the purpose here. Often when I'm wearing my Levi's around a city, say for example Quito, certain parts of Quito, like any big city, are kind of sketchy. And so I'm always wanting to watch out for where things are in my pockets. With the zip-off pants, there's a lot of pockets, including some hidden pockets. I don't have to worry about it so much. I'm also a fan of the travel underwear. These are ex officio travel undies. They're not as comfortable as cotton, but they're easy to wash, they dry quickly, I like them. Other travel gear I like, I have a whole drawer of this stuff. My wool t-shirts. A lot of people are afraid to use wool garments, but you know what? They're awesome. There are a couple of great qualities about wool. First of all, you can wear it over and over and over again and it doesn't retain odor. Yes, you'll want to wash it eventually, but I've talked to people who travel with just a single wool t-shirt to someplace like Thailand, and they run in that t-shirt, they use it for everything, and they don't wash it for 2 weeks and they're fine. It keeps you warm when it's cold, it keeps you cool when it's warm. So wool, it can get a little itchy. It's not for every circumstance, but when I travel, I usually take 2 or 3 wool t-shirts and I'm happy. I have a variety of different, what I call my travel shirts. I don't wear them so much when I'm at home because, again, they're not necessarily the most fashionable, attractive things you could wear. Again, some ex officio shirts. Just a shirt I bought in Turkey. Cool brand shirts. They happen to be pretty comfy and pretty useful. Like this one, somewhere, right there, it's got a little pocket on the inside where you can stash some cash. And this is my newest shirt. This is also an ex officio, very lightweight. This was for the Amazon jungle. This was fantastic. I wore this every day, loved it. Finally, I want to go over my packing system. So when I travel, I do what I call modular packing. I collate these modules into what I call kits. So I have my sleep kit. The sleep kit contains earplugs, an eye mask, a neck pillow, my headlamp, and nasal strips for when I'm snoring. So the sleep kit contains everything related to sleep, all right here in one place. I also have my electronics kit. I have a dental kit with all my dental supplies. I have braces right now. my grooming kit, my outdoors kit. If I'm traveling and I know that I'm going to be spending a lot of time outside, I bring the outdoors kit. Insect repellent, I use wipes instead of liquids. Sunglasses, sunscreen. Sunscreen is also wide form, I like it. My laundry kit, where I've got a travel clothesline, some travel laundry soap, and so on. My food kit. And last but not least, the passport kit, or the document kit. This is very important. I keep my passport in here, my vaccination records, my duplicate passports, and so on. A couple of other things I take with me. I have a couple of cameras that I like to use. In general, my iPhone camera will serve for like next week when I go to New Orleans. When I'm traveling abroad, depending on the trip, I might take a variety of different cameras. I have a nice digital SLR, and I take most places so that I can get some good photos. This is my underwater camera that I bought when I went to the Galapagos. Love that. I now have a GoPro, although I haven't learned how to use it. But that will become one of my travel cameras. Last but not least, probably the most important thing that I take when I'm traveling is my itinerary. I create a text document that contains all of the information about the trip. And I do this as I'm preparing the trip. I don't want to do it all at the last minute. So when I booked the flights for the trip to Ecuador, I wrote in the information about it, what the flight number is, what the seats I reserved were, what the ticket numbers were, the confirmation number, when they left the airport, when they landed at the next airport, and so on. It also has our passport information, mine and Kim's, has my frequent flyer number for the airlines that I'm flying on, my travel insurance number if I'm doing travel insurance, and I usually do travel insurance when I'm traveling to South America. The places where I'm staying, including addresses and phone numbers and websites. I carry a copy with me. This one was in my passport folder. It was always in there on the trip to Ecuador, and then I also send that to anybody who might need it. For example, if I'm traveling without Kim, I'll give it to Kim. If Kim and I are traveling together, we'll send it to a relative. So that's it. That is how I travel. That's my current travel routine. Hope some of that is useful for you. Thanks.